Hey everybody, this is Eugene of Sneakerphiles from the Stay Fresh Studios, and we are going to be looking at the Air Jordan 3 free throw lines right now.
They gave Jordan a 50. He defends his championship.
And he took off further inside than he did the last time, but it's still a spectacular dunk and certainly deserving of a high score that he received, Steve. But Dominique Wilkins got the short end of a very impressive dunk.
Consistent judging all day until the last two dunks.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. This is Eugene of Sneakerphiles, and we're going to be taking a close look today at these Jordan 3 retros, the free throw lines, or the dunk contest, or the clear soles. There's many names to this thing, but we're going to be taking a close look at these today. But first, a quick shout out to Outsole Cartel, HSC, for providing me with my wardrobe today, this HSC hoodie of theirs, and I'll leave the links to their Facebook group down below. So the Nike Air Jordan 3 Retro, these free throw lines, they came out February 14th, 2018, and they retailed for $265 Canadian or $200 USD. This particular shoe released as part of that Nike and Jordan All-Star Weekend pack that just happened a couple of weeks ago. And it's also celebrating the 30th anniversary of the Jordan 3 White Cement and also the 88 Dunk Contest. As we all have seen before from the iconic clips and the highlights that Michael Jordan dunked from the free throw line during the 88 Dunk Contest. That dunk from the free throw line is probably one of the most iconic moments in basketball history. Before we take a close look at the shoes themselves, let's take a look at the box and the packaging. So the box that these come in is a retro Jordan 3 box with this black lift lid with a red Jumpman logo right on the top, and also a smaller Jumpman and Air branding right on the end of the lid. The bottom of the box is the traditional elephant print that goes all the way around, as well as the size tag right here. The official name of this shoe is the Air Jordan 3 Retro NRG. The color code is white, fire red, and cement gray, with the product code 923096101. And inside the box, the inner lining of the box itself is a crimson or fire red, and you'll also have this elephant print tissue paper that wraps the shoes in its place. So with that out of the way, we can take a look at the shoes right now. So starting up here at the tongue, we have a red embroidered Jumpman on each of the tongue, and the inner lining of the tongue itself is also the same red. The upper of the shoe is constructed of a white tumbled leather, so it gives you that premium quality feel to it. And the upper, center, and bottom eyelets are black, white, and red. And you also have this smooth white leather underlining the mudguards. And of course, the iconic elephant print that goes around the toes and the heel of the shoe. And on the heel tab, we have the Nike Air branding back again for this retro. And I know for a lot of Jordan collectors, that Nike Air branding is very, very important to have in their collection. So there's a couple of Easter eggs hidden inside the makeup of this shoe, and the first one that you can find is underneath the heel tab. You'll see 351 written in yellow, and 351 of course is the actual time that the dunk occurred according to the arena clock in 1988 in the slam dunk contest. So that's a nice little trivia or factoid about this shoe and the dunk itself back in 1988 that some people might have not known before the release of this shoe. And inside the tongue tag, you'll see 147 written on there, and the significance of that number is that this is the cumulative score that Michael Jordan got that year in the dunk contest after the 3 dunks that he attempted. And a nice little touch that Jordan Brand added to this particular shoe is that the hand tag for this shoe is actually Nike Air branded, not the Jumpman and Air written on the bottom, but an actual Nike Air hand tag that they included with this. So moving on to the midsole, we have this iconic Jordan 3 midsole with the visible air unit that made Michael Jordan stay with Nike even though he wasn't happy with their progress through the first 2 iterations of his signature shoe. But according to the legends, this is the shoe that Tinker Hatfield made that made Michael Jordan stick with Nike up until now. So we have a white midsole with black accents throughout the heel of the shoe, and of course the most significant Easter egg of this particular pair of shoes would be found on the outsole. First off, on the right shoe we have a icy blue clear outsole with the traditional Air Jordan 3 patterning with the stars near the toes, with the circular pattern at the top. And this might be important to some of you, there's Nike branding on the heel of the outsole instead of a Jumpman. But on the left shoe, we have the same outsole, but painted within the bottom of the shoe is a red line that goes from the medial to the lateral side of the shoe. And that, of course, signifies the takeoff position of his iconic free throw line dunk. And because this is only found on the left shoe, this makes this pair asymmetrical, which is pretty much all the rage nowadays with collector sneakers. And I think it gives this particular pair a very unique kind of style to it, just because the left and the right shoe is a little bit different. And that usually brings a collector's value standpoint a little bit up higher than the regular kind of releases. So overall, this Air Jordan 3 Retro Free Throw Line edition, I think it's a very, very nice addition to have if you're a Air Jordan collector. So first of all, this is very, very close and similar to the original Air Jordan 3 white cements, and that is one of the most iconic shoes of all time. Very, very important in sneaker history. And this having the Nike Air branding on the back might be a big factor for collectors of sneakers and Air Jordans in particular, because the ones that came out in 2013, I want to say, were very, very limited and hard to get. And this might be a nice little consolation prize if you weren't able to cop a few years ago. The leather quality on this feels like a very nice premium material, so if you're comparing this with like the True Blues that came out last year, I can honestly say that this is much, much better. And like I said before, there's some nice little hidden Easter eggs within the shoe, so that makes the collectability of the shoe raise a little bit, so that's a plus. And even for the owners of the OG retros that came out in 2013, because this have that icy blue sole and the red line through the bottom of the shoe, that makes it different enough, so if you did own that 2013 pair, this might be a nice little companion piece to go with the OG 88 white cement 3s. There's a few little knocks that people are bringing up against this shoe, and I think they're kind of frivolous and it doesn't really matter to me, but they say like the stripe of the free throw line is wrong, or the positioning of it is not very accurate, because they said that he took off closer to the heel of his shoe. But I think the color and the placement of the stripe itself is probably not to signify exactly what had happened during that day, but more of a design choice, so I'm completely okay with it. So overall, the quality on the shoe is absolutely amazing. It is a classic, historical, iconic shoe that should be a great piece for all Michael Jordan or basketball shoe fans, and this needs to be in everyone's Jordan collection if you have one. So with having said that, if you actually did own the OG retros from 2013, would you still go and get a pair of these free throw lines, or are they too similar so that you might need only one or the other? Let me know in the comments down below. Once again, this is Eugene of Sneakerphiles from the Stay Fresh Studios. If you like this video, do me a huge favor, give me a quick little thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, maybe you can subscribe so you can watch our latest reviews of all the brand new sneakers coming out. Thanks again for watching. Happy hunting.
Michael Jordan score 50.